Epstein's Palm Beach house is just one of the locations where many of his alleged victims say they were abused.
Hidden among the palm trees and sun-drenched shores of Epstein's Palm Beach residence, numerous individuals claim to have suffered abuse.
Sometimes for 3 times a day, forced me into Jeffrey Epstein's room to be.
This seemingly peaceful island conceals many horrifying secrets of Jeffrey Epstein's private playground.
I'm Jeffrey Edward Epstein. I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
What mysteries roam beneath the coolness of Epstein's Palm Beach home? How did this seemingly peaceful island become a backdrop for disturbing revelations? Join us on a journey into the FBI's terrifying discovery on Epstein Island that changes everything. Secrets of Epstein Island. Little St. James, commonly known as Epstein Island, stands as one of the most notorious landmarks in global history, and its fame is well-earned. Often referred to as the Island of Sin or Pedophile Island, this private shelter nestled in the United States Virgin Islands has become similar to scandal and corruption. What adds an extra layer of interest to this private island is its inaccessibility to the public. The attraction of catching a look at this much-talked-about landmark has everyone interested. The exclusive path to this Virgin Islands gem is by boat, leading to Little St. James, also known as Epstein Island, under the ownership of the convicted sex offender from 1998, until his demise in 2019. Recently, with the release of newly published legal documents revealing over 100 individuals associated with Epstein's illegal activities, the spotlight has once again turned to this private Caribbean paradise. In 1997, Little St. James belonged to venture capitalist Arch Cumin and was on the market for an astounding $10,500,000. However, in April 1998, a company named Limited Sources Justification and LC acquired the island for $7,950,000, with Jeffrey Epstein revealed as the sole member of this mysterious company. Little St. James became Epstein's primary residence, fondly referred to as Little St. Jeff. The main house underwent renovations by Edward Tuttle, a renowned designer of luxurious Aman resorts. With breathtaking views and luxurious amenities, the island evolved into a playground for the wealthy and influential. Epstein limited no expense in creating his paradise. Upon arrival, a large American flag waves proudly, and access to the island is exclusive to boats, adding an air of secrecy. A drone's eye view unveils a mesmerizing sight. Numerous structures, including lavish villas, guest cottages, and a caretaker's cottage, adorn the landscape. Multiple pools offer a retreat under the Caribbean sun, and a runway caters to Epstein's high-profile guests. One striking feature is a white and blue striped building resembling a temple, which once had a gold dome lost in a storm. Reports suggest it serves as a music room, where Epstein frequently played the piano. Approaching the shore reveals the island's beauty. Pristine beaches, palm-lined coasts, and crystal-clear waters create a heavenly setting. Despite the facade of paradise, a dark secret lurks behind Epstein Island, shrouded in the alleged horrors that unfolded within its boundaries. Jeffrey Epstein's unconventional journey. Jeffrey Epstein, born on January 20th, 1953, in the vibrant borough of Brooklyn, New York, was more than just a man with a knack for numbers. His journey into the complicated world of mathematics began at Lafayette High School, where he not only excelled, but became an integral part of the school's esteemed math team. Venturing into the realms of higher education, Epstein explored the disciplines of math and physics at both Cooper Union and NYU, leaving an indelible mark even though he never secured a formal degree. The mid-1970s marked a key shift in his trajectory as he transitioned from a student to an educator, imparting wisdom in calculus and physics at the famous Dalton School in New York City. Epstein, a man of unique taste, became a symbol at Dalton, known for his expensive attire, including a flashy haircoat, shining gold chains, and a boldly open shirt that exposed his chest. A striking character, he made waves by showing up unannounced at high school parties, confusing the lines between educator and mysterious socialite. Within the hallowed halls of Dalton, Epstein's behavior raised eyebrows. His lasting attention to female students, both in classrooms and hallways, left an unsettling impression that lasted for decades. Although never officially accused of sexual misconduct during his Dalton tenure, a brave student reported their discomfort to school authorities, resulting in Epstein's departure due to perceived poor performance. Yet, his dismissal from Dalton didn't suppress Epstein's rise. The prestigious school had afforded him connections with influential parents, opening doors to the upper levels of finance. One such connection was Ace Greenberg, a luminary at Bear Stearns, the very company that embodied Epstein's aspirations. Bear Stearns, known for seeking individuals who were poor, smart, and deeply hungry to get rich quickly, became Epstein's launching pad into the financial stratosphere. Epstein's rise within Bear Stearns was sudden, transforming from a junior assistant in 1976 to a senior partner by 1980. His natural ability to attract personal clients quickly translated into financial success, prompting him to forge his path. In 1981, Epstein founded Jeffrey Epstein and Company, introducing a novel approach that defied industry standards. His strict criteria for clients, demanding a minimum of $1 billion in assets, set him apart in the competitive world of wealth management. Epstein wasn't merely content with financial skill, he sought academic motivation. His Santa Fe home, inspired by engagements with Nobel laureate physicist Murray Gell-Mann, reflected a fusion of wealth and academic interest. Epstein's generosity extended to scientific institutions, with substantial contributions facilitating dialogue on scientific and philosophical questions. However, Epstein's story took a darker turn as his web of connections expanded to the political arena. Strategic efforts to befriend figures like Bill Clinton and a revealing comment by Donald Trump in 2002 hinted at a more sensual side to Epstein's social life. During the difficulties of Epstein's life, a constant presence was Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of media mogul Robert Maxwell. Their relationship, often described as mysterious and platonic, added another layer to Epstein's mysterious persona. Despite his playboy reputation, Epstein's dedication to a bachelor lifestyle and the complexities of his connection with Maxwell painted a portrait of a man with multifaceted relationships. In essence, Jeffrey Epstein's life was changeable by mathematical brilliance, unconventional teaching methods, financial understanding, and a social circle that exceeded boundaries. His story was not just one of numbers and wealth, but a complex hanging woven with disagreement, interest, and the lasting question of the true nature of his relationships. Epstein's beach mansion revelation. Within the detailed web of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged horrible crimes, a dark hanging of manipulation and abuse spread out. The saga commenced in March 2005, triggered by the courageous revelation of a 14-year-old girl to her parents. A revelation that would unearth a series of disturbing events in Epstein's Palm Beach mansion. The unfolding narrative revealed a chilling plan method organized by Epstein. The victims, primarily girls aged 13 to 16, were not random targets, but were carefully selected from those helpless and in terrible circumstances, often on the perimeters of society. Epstein preyed on the diminished, those he believed would be overlooked and dismissed by a society that might not lend them a listening ear. Courtney Wild's poignant account shed light on Epstein's predatory strategy, describing how he systematically sought out girls in risky situations. Wild, a victim at the age of 14, articulated Epstein's evil method, targeting those he perceived as voiceless, girls who were essentially homeless. His calculated procedures extended beyond the confines of mere criminality, revealing a disturbing pattern of manipulation and power dynamics. The pyramid scheme-like structure that emerged in Epstein's realm added another layer of horror to the narrative. Victims, attracted by promises of substantial financial rewards, accidentally became accomplices in recruiting new targets for Epstein. This cult-like dynamic not only promoted the continuation of his horrors, but also underscored the depth of his conduct. As investigators delved into the case, Epstein's Palm Beach mansion revealed itself as a chilling crime scene. The victims, arriving in taxis, were discreetly ushered through a side door into the heart of Epstein's luxurious domain. A seemingly innocent kitchen, where snacks were offered, served as the fearful gateway to the master bedroom, Epstein's domain of terror. The legal aftermath of this horrible tale added a layer of conspiracy. Epstein, facing a federal accusation detailing crimes against approximately 40 teenage girls, skillfully wielded his influence to sidestep a life sentence and federal imprisonment. The breakfast meeting at the Marriott in West Palm Beach became a pivotal moment where legal maneuvering resulted in an unprecedentedly merciful plea deal. The revelation that Epstein's legal team, led by Jay Lefkowitz, had ties with United States lawyer Alex Acosta hinted at a nexus that raised eyebrows. Acosta's non-prosecution agreement, a legal exception, saw Epstein pleading guilty to only 2 counts of soliciting prostitution from a minor. The lawyer representing one victim decried a justice system that, in labeling a 14-year-old girl as a prostitute, seemed to perpetuate the victimization. The outcome, a mere 13-month sentence in a Florida county jail, appeared incompatible with the gravity of the crimes. Epstein's detention, or lack thereof, painted a surreal picture. Housed in a private wing of the Palm Beach County Jail, he enjoyed permits that defied the norms for sex offenders. Epstein, rather than being restricted to his cell, was granted release licenses, allowing him to spend almost half of each day outside the jail. The sheriff department's explicit policy against such compassion for sex offenders only added another layer of disbelief to Epstein's seemingly unchecked freedom. In the end, the disturbing details of Epstein's case not only exposed the horrible acts committed against vulnerable young girls, but also raised unsettling questions about the intersections of power, influence, and justice within society. The FBI's secret raid on Jeffrey Epstein's island? On a bright and cheerful morning, bathed in sunlight on the serene Little St. James, Jeffrey Epstein's private haven nestled in the Caribbean. The tranquil waters and dramatic beauty painted a heavenly picture, suppressing the alarming secrets that roamed beneath the surface. Undisclosed to the visitors and staff going about their daily routines, an impending storm was manufacturing. It was a bustling Monday morning, filled with activity as people enjoyed the island's offerings. Little did they suspect that the FBI had set its sights on this seemingly perfect paradise. The events leading up to this had been growing over the years. Epstein, a wealthy financier with influential connections, had long been rumored to be involved in a threatening web of sex trafficking. However, it wasn't until his arrest on July 6, 2019, that the true extent of his alleged crimes began to emerge. Epstein, a registered sex offender who had amassed his fortune as a fence fund manager, lived a lavish lifestyle with high-profile connections. The FBI raid was the completion of a detailed investigation that started years ago. The agency, led by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, collected evidence, interviewed witnesses, and built a case against Epstein and his associates. The plot thickened when Steve Scully, an IT worker who had spent years on the island, came forward with shocking revelations about what he had witnessed. The public's desire for answers intensified as Scully's announcement added fuel to the fire. The pressure mounted on law enforcement to take action and bring Epstein and his alleged co-conspirators to justice. As the Epstein task force pressed on, the investigation hit a roadblock when Epstein was found unresponsive in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City. His death sent shockwaves worldwide, raising questions about the circumstances surrounding his demise. Despite this setback, the FBI remained determined in its pursuit of truth and justice for the victims. And so, on that sunny morning, FBI agents descended upon Little St. James, ready to unearth the dark secrets hidden within its shores. The raid was a vivid display of their unwavering commitment to uncovering the truth and holding those responsible accountable. Under the scorching sun, the FBI raid on Jeffrey Epstein's private island was about to unfold, with agents armed with a search warrant and determined to expose the alleged trafficking ring that had operated within this seemingly peaceful paradise. The exposed dark paradise. The raid kicked off with a swarm of federal agents spreading out across the island in golf carts, sending ripples of shock through both the staff and visitors who were simply going about their daily routines. Kelly Quinn, the owner of Salty Dog Day, a sailing charter in the area, found herself right in the middle of the confusion. She expressed, "We were just trying to look at pretty fish and swim with turtles, and here we are in the middle of an FBI raid." This has been something on our radar for years. We're all curious why it's happening now. The FBI agents wasted no time. They combed through Epstein's massive estate, aiming to uncover evidence shedding light on the alleged crimes that had taken place there. The main residence, a colossal 24,000 square feet private abode, became the focal point of the search. Agents carefully searched every room, seeking any trace of Epstein's illegal activities. Before long, they stumbled upon a room that sent chills down their spines. The walls were adorned with photographs of young girls, some of them topless, reflecting Steve Scully's previous descriptions. The master bedroom, the office, and even the gymnasium were filled with these disturbing images, serving as a haunting reminder of the alleged exploitation within those walls. As the agents continued their search, they uncovered a hidden underground complex, concealed from prying eyes for years. This secret layer, accessible only through a hidden entrance, revealed a network of rooms and corridors seemingly designed to facilitate Epstein's alleged illegal activities. The agents carefully documented every detail, taking photographs and collecting evidence crucial to building their case against Epstein and his alleged co-conspirators. The search extended beyond the main residence as the agents explored the rest of the island. They stumbled upon additional structures, including a spa and 2 pools, raising further questions about the nature of the activities that had taken place there. The raid on Epstein's private island showcased the FBI's unwavering determination to uncover the truth and bring justice to the victims. It marked a pivotal moment in the investigation, as agents gathered the evidence needed to dismantle the alleged sex trafficking ring. The search on Little St. James persisted for several days, with agents leaving no stone unturned. Every inch of the island was carefully examined, ensuring no crucial piece of evidence was overlooked. As the raid came to a close, the agents departed the island with a collection of evidence that would form the foundation of their case. The shocking discoveries made during the raid sent shockwaves through the world, exposing the dark underbelly of Epstein's private paradise. The explosive Epstein files and the A-list connections. Explosive legal papers stemming from Virginia Roberts' defamation lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell have unveiled the purported sex trafficking ring orchestrated by Jeffrey Epstein. Within these revelatory court documents, a powerful social network is exposed, implicating notable personalities such as Prince Andrew, Donald Trump, Bruce Willis, Cameron Diaz, Cate Blanchett, Kevin Spacey, Naomi Campbell, and Leonardo DiCaprio. The legal proceedings, the documents, unsealed to the shock of the world, form part of Jeffrey's defamation lawsuit against Maxwell. Jeffrey alleges that Epstein and Maxwell subjected her to abuse during her childhood. The documents lay bare a chilling scene of Epstein's alleged sex trafficking activities, listing his influential connections, which include former United States presidents and British royalty. The involvement of these prominent figures in the scandal raises probing questions about their awareness of Epstein's criminal efforts. Virginia Roberts Dufresne, a victim of Epstein, spearheads the pursuit of justice. She initiated a defamation lawsuit against Maxwell, settled in 2017, following Maxwell's accusations of falsehood. However, the unsealing of court documents has resurrected the allegations and exposed Epstein's extensive network. Jeffrey's shocking claims assert that Maxwell recruited her as a teenager for Epstein's sexual exploitation scheme, organized by Epstein and his influential associates. Nevertheless, they do bring to light the serious allegations and legal battles surrounding the case. The revelation of these documents marks a significant stride toward justice for the victims and the alleged perpetrators associated with Epstein's inner circle. In a startling turn, high-profile individuals previously linked to Jeffrey Epstein find themselves mentioned in the documents, shedding light on their purported connections with the disgraced financier. Notably, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York and younger brother of King Charles III, takes a prominent position in the unfolding drama. A witness accuses Prince Andrew of inappropriate touching in court documents, verifying earlier allegations against him. Prince Andrew, who faced inquiry over his ties to Epstein, including accusations of raping Virginia Roberts Zuri during her teenage years, took a powerful step in 2022 by forfeiting military titles and public duties, despite maintaining his denial of the allegations. The unsealed court documents have once again cast a shadow over Prince Andrew's relationship with Epstein, prompting renewed questions and concerns. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the dim glow of the moonlight, FBI agent Olivia Roberts stepped onto the infamous Epstein Island, the air thick with an incredible silence. The island, once a playground for the rich and powerful, had become a haunting graveyard of secrets. Little did Olivia know that the terrifying discovery she was about to make would send shock waves through the nation and change everything. The island's sinister reputation had always been shrouded in mystery, but the recent arrest of a high-profile figure had prompted the FBI to dig deeper. Olivia, known for her tenacity and determination, was assigned to the case. As she combed through the overgrown foliage and neglected structures, a chill ran down her spine. It was as if the island itself whispered the long-buried secrets it held. In the heart of the island, hidden beneath layers of deceit, Olivia stumbled upon a concealed entrance leading to an underground chamber. As she cautiously descended into the abyss, the air became thick with tension. The walls seemed to close in on her, each step reflecting a threatening tune of forgotten whispers. The chamber, illustrated only by a dim, flickering light, revealed a shocking scene. Walls adorned with photographs of influential figures engaged in unspeakable acts. A chilling realization dawned on Olivia. Epstein Island was not merely a playground. It was a nexus of power, manipulation, and darkness. But the most disturbing discovery awaited her in the depths of the chamber. A network of tunnels connecting the island to the mainland. The FBI had stumbled upon a private operation that reached far beyond the island's shores. It was a web of corruption, entwined with the highest levels of society, politics, and business. As Olivia delved deeper into the maze of secrets, she unearthed evidence of an elaborate trafficking ring, an underground world where the wealthy traded in human lives. Epstein Island was not an isolated scandal, but a symptom of a pervasive sickness that had penetrated the very core of society. The revelation sent shockwaves through the nation, shaking the foundations of trust and exposing the hidden faces of power. The media erupted, and public outcry echoed through the streets. The FBI's discovery became a motivation for change, prompting investigations into the darkest corners of influence. Olivia, now at the forefront of the battle against corruption, faced threats from every direction. The shadows of deceit were closing in, and she had become the key to unlocking the truth. As the nation held its breath, the FBI agent raced against time to expose the malevolent forces that had manipulated the strings of power for far too long. The terrifying discovery on Epstein Island changed everything, leaving an indelible mark on history. The fight for justice had just begun, and Olivia Roberts stood at the center of a storm that would reshape the very fabric of society. What are your thoughts on the FBI's terrifying discovery on Epstein Island? Let us have your opinions in the comment below. Shadows of the spotlight. The court documents delve into the realm of high-profile personalities, shedding light on their connections to the notorious Jeffrey Epstein. One notable figure gracing the legal papers is none other than the former president, Donald Trump. Despite Trump's well-publicized ties with Epstein, the documents don't unveil groundbreaking details. Johanna Scherg, an Epstein victim, shared in a 2016 deposition an unexpected pit stop she and Epstein made in Atlantic City due to adverse flying conditions. When questioned about giving Trump a massage during this impromptu visit, Scherg denied it. Trump, who had previously lauded Epstein, later distanced himself, citing a falling out. It's essential to underscore that there is no evidence linking Trump to Epstein's alleged crimes. Another luminary mentioned is Bill Clinton, the 42nd U.S. president. According to Scherg's testimony, Epstein had expressed that Clinton tended to younger individuals. While Clinton's ties to Epstein have long been under media attention, the unsealed documents don't introduce substantial new information. Clinton has strongly denied any knowledge of Epstein's horrible acts and affirmed not having spoken to him in well over a decade. Worth noting is the fact that Epstein's attorneys sought to depose Clinton, not accusing him of any wrongdoing, but viewing him as a crucial individual who could offer insights into his relationship with Epstein and debunk Ghislaine Maxwell's claims. These prominent names are just a glimpse into the expansive list in the court documents. Celebrities such as Bruce Willis, Cameron Diaz, Cate Blanchett, Kevin Spacey, Naomi Campbell, and Leonardo DiCaprio also make appearances. It's crucial to clarify that these celebrities haven't been accused of aiding Epstein in any manner. Their inclusion is confined to whether they crossed paths with Epstein or had any dealings with him, as testified by Scherg, who denied encountering them. The unsealed court documents have thrust these high-profile figures back into the limelight, rekindling public curiosity and prompting inquiries into their associations with Epstein. While the revelations within the documents are startling, it's key to remember that they neither establish guilt nor innocence. The legal battles and investigations concerning Epstein's alleged crimes persist, and the disclosed roster of celebrities serves as a stark reminder of the extensive repercussions of this scandal. Jeffrey Epstein's dark web of exploitation. The narratives of two pivotal figures complicately woven into the hanging of Jeffrey Epstein's purported misdeeds, Sarah Kellen, once the right hand of Epstein, and Jean-Luc Brunel, a French modeling agent. The legal documents unfurl before us, revealing the shadows cast by their purported involvement and the unsettling intricacies of their ties with Epstein. Sarah Kellen, alias Sarah Kensington, emerges as a central figure in Epstein's inner sanctum, as attested by the harrowing recollections of victims. According to their testimonies, Kellen bore the responsibility of organizing Epstein's appointments, often shrouded as mere massages, but serving as veiled terms for illegal services. Though the court documents illustrate her as a participant with criminal guilt in Epstein's machinations, it is crucial to note that Kellen has not faced formal charges and has largely remained elusive. In 2020, she became a spokesperson, asserting that she endured years of sexual and psychological abuse at the hands of Epstein. The unsealed court documents lay bare the distressing narratives of victims who recount their encounters with Kellen. Allegations point to her pivotal role in the recruitment and compliance of young girls within Epstein's network, raising profound questions about the depth of her knowledge and cooperation in his activities. Another implicated figure in this nasty saga is Jean-Luc Brunel, a French modeling agent. Brunel is suspected of scouting young girls for Epstein, introducing them into the web of victimization. The documents suggest that Brunel promoted the transportation of girls as young as 12 to the United States for abuse purposes, particularly catering to Epstein's desires. In a deposition, Virginia Roberts J., one of Epstein's victims, testified that she was sent by Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's associate, to engage in sexual activities with Brunel at various locations. The unsealed documents provide additional layers of evidence regarding Brunel's purported involvement in Epstein's activities, adding to the already disconcerting revelations surrounding the case. It's essential to underscore that the accusations against both Kellen and Brunel are grounded in the accounts of victims and have not been translated into formal legal charges. Nevertheless, their alleged roles in facilitating Epstein's abuse demand our attention. As they navigate through the unsealed dossier of celebrities linked to Epstein, it remains paramount to acknowledge the brave victims who have stepped into the light to share their stories. Their statements serve as lights brightening the dark underbelly of Epstein's realm, casting investigation on alleged enablers and prompting attention on accountability and the extent of involvement in Epstein's alleged transgressions. Unraveling dark web of power, scandal, and justice. Epstein's case jolted the collective consciousness, acting as a resounding wake-up call that not only exposed the grim realities of sex trafficking, but also laid bare the systemic issues perpetuating the abuse of the weak. It wasn't merely a legal saga. It became a gripping narrative, sparking urgent conversations about the dire need for sweeping legislation, enhanced resources for law enforcement, and unwavering support for survivors. In the aftermath, a groundswell emerged. Dedicated organizations and impassioned individuals rallied, working around the clock in a tireless pursuit to prevent future abuses and extend a helping hand to those damaged by the corrupt trade. The fight against sex trafficking evolved into a potent rallying cry, echoing through the corridors of power and resonating with the everyday citizen. Meanwhile, the saga of Jeffrey Epstein unfolded like a riveting drama, captivating public attention and inciting unrelenting belief. His life and death transformed into a complicated narrative, filled with twists and turns that seemed almost too surreal for reality. With each passing day, fresh details emerged, adding layers to the already tempting interest that surrounded his case. Epstein's crimes and the mysterious figures he associated with became a subject of unwavering passion, prompting the creation of numerous documentaries, television shows, and books that delved into the dark corners of his sprawling empire. The public's appetite for information remained greedy, creating a cultural manifestation as armchair detectives sought to unravel the mysteries shrouding his life and the extent of his powerful connections. Crime theories similar to plot lines from a blockbuster thriller circulated, suggesting that Epstein's crimes were part of a grander web of corruption and blackmail involving influential personalities. Whispers about his possible role as an intelligence asset or the organized nature of his death to shield others gained drag among those who questioned the official narrative. Public skepticism surrounding Epstein's demise remained steadfast, with many finding it hard to swallow the pill of the official ruling, suicide by hanging. The irregularities and inconsistencies surrounding the circumstances of his death became fodder for speculation, and the forensic pathologists' claims, hinting at a more sinister demise, only fueled the fire of doubt. Epstein's ties to powerful figures, ranging from politicians to business magnates and celebrities, fueled the public's thirst for transparency and accountability. It wasn't just a legal matter anymore. It was a societal reckoning demanding answers from those who might have been complicit or turned a blind eye to his heinous acts. The fallout from Epstein's actions triggered a seismic shift, prompting a comprehensive examination of the structures enabling such egregious abuses. His case became a catalyst for a broader conversation about systemic change, casting a spotlight on the societal vulnerabilities that predators like Epstein exploit with impunity. Amid ongoing investigations and legal battles, Epstein's life and death cast a long shadow over society, exposing the dark underbelly of power, wealth, and exploitation. The public's enduring interest served as a stark reminder that the quest for justice and accountability was far from over, similar to a captivating thriller with an uncertain ending. Epstein Island, once a symbol of luxury, now stood as a haunting reminder of the past. The scandals revolving around the island and its mysterious owner created a feeling of mystery, promoting the urgent call for systemic change to prevent such brutal horrors from repeating. It was a touching reminder to safeguard the susceptible and ensure that those wielding power are held firmly accountable in the face of corruption and abuse. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.